Sometimes you get blessed with a wonderful mother-in-law. Then others, you get someone like Jake's mother. Am I wrong for refusing to let my mother-in-law in the delivery room? I've been married to my husband Jake for 5 years, and we're expecting our first child. I love Jake deeply, but my relationship with his mother, let's just say, leaves a lot to be desired. She has this knack for crossing boundaries, and it's been a constant struggle since the day we got engaged. 3 key moments come to mind where she overstepped. The nursery incident. We'd carefully planned out our baby's nursery, painting it a lovely shade of soft green. One afternoon, while Jake and I were out shopping for baby furniture, she popped over to help, and when we returned, she had repainted the entire room pink, saying, "It's what the baby will like better." I was furious but tried to keep the peace. Jake tried to reason with her, but she didn't see the issue. The name drama. When we announced that we'd chosen a name for our daughter, she outright complained. "Why would you name her that? She'll be teased for the rest of her life." It wasn't even a strange or unusual name, just not to her taste. She even went so far as to suggest we think it over and offered up alternatives that were more to her liking. We stuck with our choice, but she still throws in the occasional snide comment about it. The diaper disaster. At my baby shower, we received a ton of gifts, including several boxes of diapers from friends and family. A few days later, I found out she had donated every single box and replaced them with cloth diapers because these are better for the environment and you should care about that. While I get that cloth diapers are great for some people, it wasn't what we planned and she had no right to make that decision for us. Fast forward to a few weeks ago, I'm weeks away from giving birth. And guess who shows up at our house with a brand new video camera? My mother-in-law gleefully announced that she was ready to film the birth for posterity. I shut that down immediately, telling her there would be no cameras and that she wasn't invited into the delivery room. She threw a massive fit, claiming it was her right to witness her grandchild being born. On the day of delivery, Jake and I headed to the hospital. Before we left, I made it crystal clear that when the baby arrived, we would call and let them know when they could visit. That didn't stop her. While I was in the middle of labor, my husband called his mom to give her an update. Somehow she took that as an invitation to come straight to the hospital and camp out in the waiting room with her husband. As I started pushing, the last thing I expected was to see her bursting into the room. She and her husband lied to the nurses, saying they had permission to be in there. I couldn't believe my eyes when they both walked in, camera in hand, trying to film the moment. In between breaths and contractions, I screamed, "Get them out!" But in the chaos, no one acted right away. They stood there like I wasn't in the middle of one of the most vulnerable moments of my life. Finally, a nurse jumped into action, but it took 4 security officers to bodily remove them from the room. By then, I was in tears, completely stressed out. After the birth, my husband was mortified, and my MIL has been playing the victim, claiming I was cruel for not letting her witness the birth of her grandchild. She insists that it's her right as a grandmother, and even some family members have suggested I was too harsh. So am I the asshole for not letting her in the room and having her removed when she barged in?